Shalom. I want to give a praise and honor glory to Yahweh, Shema Shai, Shema Kavadash. And double one said, I was an apostle of great most on the truth. I pay personal citations to the whole for that. And bear with me, I'm running out of breath. Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna start at Jeremiah 51 and 1. It says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, a destroying wind. And the destroying wind is the blast from the nuclear warheads. And I will send unto Babylon furnace, that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, there shall be against her round about. So yeah, as you can see, Babylon will be there in the middle, and the different nations will be lined up outside of Babylon to destroy it. And that's him that bendeth, that the archer bend his bow. And the sense that's talking about Esau. That's talking about Esau being the one who's who says it. Against him that bendeth, that being Esau. Just let the archer bend his bow, being the Lord of the nations. And against him that lifteth himself up in his gains. And spare ye not her young men. Destroy ye all her hosts. So yeah, I don't know how many are. But you know, the military, the army, those type of people, they're gonna have to fight against the other nations. And even then, Babylon's gonna have no allies to help them. Everyone's gonna realize that America's the problem. Revelation 15 and Revelation 17. And 16. Shall the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. I shall make her desolate and naked, I shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For the powers shall put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And this power was given unto Babylon, or Esau even. As it says, of the woman which thou sawest is the great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which is America. Jeremiah 51:4, he says, just a slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldees, another name given to America. and they that are thrust through in the streets. For Yasha'Allah have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, or the Lord of hosts, although the land which will sin against the Holy One of Yasha'Allah, flee out the midst of her. And then read that again, it says, flee out the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. A recompense be going to pay back. He said, Babylon or America have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken, whereby its wine and its philosophies. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so, she will be healed. In this case, Babylon won't be healed, or America won't be healed, because it's doomed to fall. As it says here, those with violence. As it says here, Revelation 18 and 20. It says, and the mighty angel took up a stone, like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and it shall be found no more. So yeah, once it falls, it's gone forever. Verse 8 says, Babylon is suddenly fallen, destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? This soul of thee should be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So yet the Lord has remembered her iniquities. As it says here, Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Asha are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not only destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So yeah, the Lord has his elect, and they're going to be delivered. Jeremiah 51 and 10 said, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come on, let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes, and the Medes doing the Russians. Where's the devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh Shah, the vengeance of his temple. So you see, I'm kind of tired. And his temple being his elect. He says, serve the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, The Lord Yahweh shall both the rise and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon, or the inhabitants of America, or that dwelleth upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy ends. The Lord of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men, as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. So then again, the caterpillars being the ones that destroy crops and destroy plants, or destroy the harvest. When it says they shall lift up a shout against thee, meaning he's going to set these other nations against her, and her being America. Jeremiah 51:1, no, Jeremiah 51:15. He hath made the earth by his power, he hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heaven by his understanding. When he utters with his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings and rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. And he says, every man is brutish by his knowledge. He says, every man is brutish by his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image, for his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. And that's what these heathen worship. They are vanity, the works of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. Yet it's idols, man. This is the portion of Jacob is not like them, being the elect. For he is the former of all things. And Yasha'Allah is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Or Yahweh Shema Shah hosts is his name. He said, thou my battle axe and weapons of war. With thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kings, being his elect. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid, being a young virgin. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces the captains of rulers, and I will render unto Babylon, unto all of the inhabitants of Chaldee, all the evil that they have done is done in your sight, saith the Lord. And it says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, being Esau Edom, says the Lord, which destroys all the earth. So there's the hint right there that destroys all the earth. If we look at the nations who destroy the earth, it leads back to one people, which is Esau Edom, or the so-called white man. So Cameron said, behold, now I can see all destroying mountain, serves Yahweh, which destroys all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. So that's what's going to happen to Esau. And they shall not take thee a stone for a corner, no stone for our foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord. Set up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations, call against her together, against her the kingdom of let me read that again. The kingdom of Araras, Minai, and Asenas, and put a captain against her. Cause the horses to come up as the rock caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations with the king of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. Like I said, being the Russians. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for the power of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. So it's going to be destroyed and made desolate. It says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes, their might have failed. They became as a woman. They have burned her dwelling places. The bars are broken. So that's what's going to happen. Yeah, they're not going to fight. That's what the men of Babylon are going to do. They're going to turn into women and not fight. Because at the end of the day, they know it's all over. So one post shall run to meet another, one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end. And the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are frightened. Verse 35. It says, the violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon, shall the inhabitant of Zion say, and my blood upon the inhabitants of the Chaldee shall Jerusalem say. And then the blessed Israelites. Both ends. So therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will plead thy cause, and take vengeance for thee, and will dry up her sea, and make her springs dry. And the Lord's going to do that within the continent of these submissions. Babylon shall become huge, a dwelling places for dragons, an astonishment and a hissing without an inhabitant. They shall roar together like lions, they shall yell as lions' whelps. In the heat I will make their feast, and I will make them drunken, and they may rejoice and sleep a perpetual sleep, and not wake, saith the Lord, the Yahweh Shema Shah So you see, so I'll bring them down like lambs to the slaughter, like rams with he-goats. How is Shishak taken? How is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How is Babylon become an astonishment among the nations? The sea is come up upon Babylon. She is covered with the multitude of the ways thereof. Her cities are a desolation, a dry land and a wilderness, and a land wherein no man dwelleth. neither do any son of man pass by her, or should say pass thereby. Verse 45 is of my people go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord. Release your heart faint and your fear full of rumor that shall be heard in the land, and the rumor shall both come in 1 year. And after that in another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Well, then again you can say nation against nation. So therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. So the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, shall sing for Babylon, for the spoilers shall come unto her from the north, saith the Lord. And Babylon have caused the slain of Israel to fall. South Babylon shall fall, slain of all the earth. So yeah, we're gonna see Babylon fall, or America fall. And the reason why, because of the things it's done, especially to the Israelites. I need to take a warm leg. It says, ye that have escaped the sword, and go away and stand not still. Remember the Lord afar, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. When the Israelites, let them come into your mind. It says, we are confounded because we have heard of reproach. Shame have covered our faces. For strangers have come into the sanctuaries of the Lord's house, being deceived. Says, wherefore behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and for all the land, for all her land that wounded shall grow. Though Babylon should mount up to the heaven, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, saith the Lord. So the Lord's going to send the spoilers, and they're going to spoil America. Carrying on, it says, the sound of a cry coming from Babylon, and great destruction comes from the land of the Chaldeans, being them nuclear missiles, because the Lord has spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice, with her waves do roar like great waters, the noise of their voice is uttered. The spoilers, because the spoilers come upon her, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken. For the Lord our God of recompense shall surely requite. So yeah, the Lord will visit America, and the Lord will destroy America. Till I will make drunk her princes, her wise men, her captains and rulers, her mighty men, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep. I'll not wake, saith the Lord, or shall say, saith the King, whose name is the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah hosts. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall all be broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire, and the people shall labour in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. But essentially the Lord's going to come and bring fire upon America. What's that woman doing? She came with a bag, went somewhere else, then she came back again without the bag. Maybe she's waiting for the bus, or maybe she's not waiting for the bus because she's far from the bus stop. I don't know what she's doing, man. It's kind of weird, to be honest. So carrying on, this is the word which Jeremiah the prophet commanded Sariah, the son of Neriah, the son of Messiah, when he went to Zedekiah, the king of Judah, into Babylon, in the 4th year of his reign. And this Sariah was a quiet prince. So Jeremiah wrote a book, what the evil that shall come upon Babylon, even all these words that are written against Babylon. And Jeremiah said to Sariah, when thou comest to Babylon and shalt see, and shalt read all these words, then shalt thou say, O Yahweh, thou hast spoken against this place, to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. And it shall be, when thou hast made an end of reading this book, that thou shalt bind it to a stone and cast it into the midst of the Euphrates. And there thou shalt say, thus shall Babylon sink, and shall not rise from the evil that I will bring upon her. And they shall be weary. Thus far the words of Jeremiah. So again, that's the end of the biblical lesson. I want to say to what Yahweh Shema Shai for allowing me to come out to the highs and valleys. When my body can't take it, I still come anyway. So yeah, I'll give all praises, honor, and glory. Let me do that again. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai, or Shema Kakadash. Shalom.